and Asuba Olosholang. So today's episode is sponsored by GMC Kitengela. GMC is located around 800 meters from Yuko's now Total petrol station. They have awesome facility, awesome conference room. They have a heated pool. They have awesome gardens. It's a very beautiful place to bring your family. Your kids will have so much fun. Also for team building, it is an awesome place to hang out. So do not forget to maybe come and visit GMC Kitengela. For in case of inquiries and bookings, the number will be down here at the description. Kindly call them and then come and hang out here. Well, we have all heard of the African proverb, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. Well, it has been a bad habit for most of the politicians to come very fast with us to the ballot box, and then once they are there, they go alone till the end, just satisfying their pockets, and that's it for the common wananchi. Well, at Nkaulele TV, be loud and be heard. Today we are going to introduce to you one of the aspirants that we have for elections come year 2022. He's going to introduce himself, and then we see whether Douglas is one of the politicians that we will go together with, ama he will be going alone. Welcome to Nkaulele, and I am Nasha.
I am Douglas Okeyo Oluoch, MP aspirant for Kajiado East 2022, and you are watching Nkaulele TV.
So, Brother Douglas, karibu sana.
Thank you, Nasha.
Maybe people want to know who is Douglas and tell us maybe something about your background.
Thank you so much for this opportunity for you've given me to be heard. Okay. My name is Douglas Okeyo Oluoch. I'm the fourth born in a family of 6. I was born in Eastlands, born and brought up in Eastlands. Went to primary school in Eastlands, Muslim primary school. Then from there I went to Lenana School, where I did my O-levels, and after concluding, moved on to University of Nairobi. I did my accounts, and during that same period I did CPA, and later I did my Masters in Finance. Yes, so I'm an accountant by profession, a professional accountant. Besides that, I'm a man of many hats. Yes. My home county is Migori. I come from Migori County, and currently I am a resident in Kajiado. So I'm a true Kenyan, having lived in the 3 counties, and my business is currently here. I'm a contractor. My business is currently here in Kajiado, and I'm enjoying it. So this is my second home, so to speak.
It's I'm just about to ask, you are not given a Maasai name already? You're not only someone.
Not yet. I see it coming soon.
We should do that. We'll look for you a name, a Maasai name, maybe ndio tukue tunakuita Douglas Ole someone.
Thank you.
So welcome. Well, you have told us about your where you're born.
Yes.
Nairobi, where you were also raised, Nairobi, then Kitengela. You've also told us about school, where you studied mostly all through Nairobi.
Yes.
Then campus. But here we are. You're telling us, you're just about to tell us something about 2022.
Correct.
And according to what you've told me about your campus studies, sijasikia politics, something political science, or so you studied what in campus?
Well, campus I did accounts. That was my main one.
Okay.
But further to that, I got a keen interest on leadership. So currently I'm pursuing something gearing towards a doctorate in leadership at International Leadership University. And mainly is to differentiate between a leader and a politician. So I wouldn't want to say I'm a politician. I'm not in politics, but I want to get there in leadership. That way we walk. You know, a leader leads, but a politician does politics. So that's where the differentiating aspect is. Yes.
So you're a contractor by profession?
Yes, I'm a contractor.
And still an accountant?
Yes, correct.
But you want to take us somewhere with politically?
Yes, politically, leadership-wise.
So to say, we can't call yours politics, we call yours leadership.
Correct.
So here on, we're going to use words like leadership for you.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, Douglas, Kajiado County. You want to take what seat exactly?
MP, Kajiado East.
Wow, that's a big one. Well, we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
So we've all heard about Douglas, his life, his birth, education, And one more thing, are you
Yes.
single or maybe married? I don't know. You've not told us about that.
I am married.
Okay.
I am married to one wife, and I'm a father of two, a beautiful girl and a boy,
Oh.
handsome little boy.
Okay.
Mm.
So now we know. So we're going to take a short break. Then maybe you come back and tell us what you're planning for Kajiado East, because you want to see whether we can give you this or not. Let's
Thank
take
you.
a short break. Well, welcome back, Mr. Douglas. You've told us you want to take over Kajiado East MP seat.
Correct.
So first and foremost, maybe because of those people that don't know, you might want to tell us what are the roles of a member of parliament, so that now we know what we need from you. So first, maybe you unajua to just give us a point or two about the roles you know of an MP.
Of an MP.
Yes.
That's a good question. Most times people just vote without knowing what they're voting the member of parliament to go do for them. Now, the roles of an MP, given a broad perspective, is a representative of the people in the house. So what they do is to voice the concerns of the people that they represent in the house.
Yes.
And going further to that, they're supposed to enact rules and legislation that works well for the well-being of their constituents. Yes. Now, there's a document here about how Parliament works that states quite a number of the roles of an MP. One of them is the Parliament is the only body that has the power to make provision having force of the law in Kenya. That one is the overall one. Yes. Then we go to, I'll pick about three. Yeah? Parliament manifests the diversity of a nation, represents the will of the people, and exercises their sovereignty. That's what I was trying to explain initially.
Okay.
The member of parliament speaks the voice of the constituents, the people who voted them into office.
Yes.
Then we have the parliament has power to alter the county boundaries. That one is through what IEBC is doing. Then the parliament is a key protector of the constitution. So if you look at all these functions of a member of the National Assembly, it's to do with the laws and amendments that should make the life of the common mwananchi easier and better.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, so basically you're supposed to work for the common mwananchi.
Exactly. You actually they've employed you.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're answerable to the people.
You're answerable to the people.
Not that you're supposed to just go there and sit and we'll be saying there was someone who elected and that's it. That's all we know.
And now that is the political way that people have been working on.
Yeah.
You know, the leadership way is you go there, you do what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
Represent, let the voice of your people be heard. Then you finish whatever you've been called to do, and you move on to something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, Douglas, you've told us the seat that you're eyeing, and you've told us the roles of an MP.
Correct.
Well, you've also told us about your education, and like I said, you did not tell us where you decided to do leadership. And maybe if you have decided to do leadership, you cannot just start from nowhere to leadership. You cannot start from what is it called, accounts to politics. So maybe because viewers are wondering, where does he come from? Okay, he's here telling us he wants to be the MP. What has he done for Kitengela so far? And we see whether that seat will be suitable. So maybe you want to tell Kitengela residents what you have been doing this time. Ndio ukaona maybe this is the seat I want so that I can do better somewhere. Something like that. Maybe what have you been doing for Kitengela residents from where you are?
Good. Now, I moved to Kitengela a little over 10 years ago. And when we came this way, the place, there was so much insecurity. And so we teamed up with other residents and formed up what we call the Kitengela Inter-Estate Liaison. That is a representation of all the estates within Kitengela. So that when there was an attack, maybe security-wise, in one estate, the information would flow very fast to the next estates so that the police can be informed and the rest of the residents are also kept on high alert. So with that, we formed this association. Currently it's registered and I'm the organizing secretary of this organization. So we work very closely with the police and also with the other members of the community to make sure that one, security is well taken care of. And you can attest to that between 2014 and now, insecurity incidents have dropped. Yes, so that was one. Then the second one, we still within this Kitengela Inter-Estate. Now it has formed several other arms for the well-being of the residents. So we have an arm that deals with the business people. We have an arm that deals with the leadership aspect. We have an arm that deals with the infrastructure. Basically, what we're doing is to replicate what we expect the county to do, what we expect the leadership that has been elected to do, so that we can put them in check.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're in a few committees here in Kitengela town.
Yes.
You mentioned about the security one.
Yes.
And yeah, it's true. Maybe security there's a time it was really a big problem, and it's dropping. That one we're going to agree. Is the police maybe helping you? Like you're working hand in hand, or is it just you guys? Form as a group and you do everything, or you have help from the county as well?
We have help from the police.
Okay.
Yes, because like a number of times when we decide to do night patrols before the curfews, we used to go and we had the escort of the police.
Okay.
Yes, so we go and when the thugs realize that there is police presence on the ground, they keep off.
Oh, that is a good one that you're doing for the residents already. So, well, Bwana Douglas, you must have something that you want to do for people in Kajiado, and that will be your manifesto.
Yes.
Come August 2022, there's something that you're working towards. There's something that you're planning to do for the first 5 years, that in case you're elected, for whatever reason that you want to, see, maybe there's something you want to improve here in Kajiado. So maybe people want to hear your manifesto, and then from there now we know we can pick where we want to take our kuras. So
Okay.
maybe brief them, tell them what you want to do for us.
All right. Now, I'll start by saying the only kitty available to the MP is what used to be formerly called the CDF, which is currently known as the National Government Affirmative Action Fund. It's capped at about 100 million.
Okay.
So 100 million per year for 5 years, that's about 500 million.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to say here may not fall within the budget.
Yes.
But as a leader, I believe this. I will have the mandate to even negotiate and enter into arrangements with private sector, with various other clubs of interest, to be able to realize this manifesto way and above the CDF provision of the kitty. So the first one that comes, in fact, is a very, very strong one for Kitengela residents, and not just Kitengela, Kajiado East as a whole, is the issue of fresh water.
Okay.
Fresh water is something that we've been promised over and over. Since 2013, fresh water was there as a campaign tool. 2017, it came again. In 2019, there was a presidential directive about the fresh water that was supposed to be given to Kitengela residents. And there was a little movement, some kiosks were put up and stuff like that, but after some time that energy fizzled down.
Okay.
So nothing much. There's still no fresh water. So now I'm looking at it this way. It's been in the promise of the political elite always, every 5 years. So this time round, I don't want it to be in a political manifesto.
Okay.
So to that end, the agenda is to have water flowing before the 2022 elections.
Wow. Okay. Fresh water.
Fresh water.
Before before August 2022.
Before August 2022.
Kitengela will have water.
Exactly.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Yes, and that we are working with what I've started by mentioning.
Okay.
We've teamed up with several other private entities that are willing to even finance this whole project.
Yeah.
So what we are currently working on is on the sustainability aspect of it.
Okay.
So that once the funds have come in, the water is supplied, how will the meter reading be done? Who will be running the office? So once these entities are out, will this project continue running? Okay. And that is one key thing, because most of the time people start projects, then when they step out of office, the projects die out.
They go with them.
Yes. But now this is something by the people, for the people.
Okay.
So it has to run.
All right. You're saying we'll have water by August 2022.
Correct.
First question. Do we already have like the system, like the piping system and everything? And second, the water, is it going to be in just kiosks? Ama you're bringing it to Kitengela, then diverting to the estates? Ama how is it going to work?
And now, the system is already there.
Okay.
You know, there was the initial one that was for
EPZ?
the EPZA.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that one is already there, and
Okay.
there was an agreement that was signed between EPZ and the county government.
Okay.
So currently, there's even a Kitengela water something.
Okay.
But they own the system, but there's no water.
All right.
So now, what we are working on is a way of getting all the infrastructure laid down afresh,
Okay.
owned by the people.
All right.
Yes.
So this one is not going to be run by maybe politicians or anything.
No.
This is by the people, for the people.
Yes.
And people are aware of this. Like
Yeah.
people are aware that maybe in a day or two we'll have water, like the residents.
The residents are aware. There's a board, a committee that was created.
Okay.
That I'm also a member of.
Okay.
That represents the whole of Kitengela.
All right.
Yes. So they know. And we are
Oh.
working towards that together as a team.
Okay. So you're telling us it is not water that we'll be buying from kiosks?
No.
Because also we have problems when it comes to the kiosks, Margie. We get there are those cartels that now will want to control the water again, and probably maybe if it was water we were buying at 5 shillings at the end of the month, maybe you will be buying again at 30 because someone will come and take over. As it has been in Kitengela,
Yes.
Margie has been something that is run by power here. That's why actually we don't have water. It's not actually because we don't have water completely.
The cartels
It's
are
because there are
play.
some cartels that have taken over and it has become like a private thing, you know. So what you're saying is itakuja mpaka to the estates.
Yes.
And it is not controlled by anyone. It is just by the people, for the people.
For the people.
So every estate, at least by 2022, we have fresh water somewhere.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and the agenda also, like for the densely populated areas, like Nonkopir, Changombe,
Yes.
there will be kiosks that will be running, but being run by the people.
Okay.
So no cartels.
So it will be like a standardized price for
Yes.
each kiosk and for Nini. And
Yes.
it will not be expensive, I hope.
No. Ideally,
Yeah.
you know, the cost of water is regulated by
Water board.
the water board.
Yes.
Yes. So ideally, it should be at least 20 liters,
Okay.
3 bob.
Wow. Fresh water.
Fresh water.
Wow. Okay. That one we are looking forward to.
Thank you.
So that is number one, where we are saying we'll have water by the time it's August 2022.
Yes.
By the way, if in case you have water issues by that time, now we know who to follow and we know who to be talking to. So manifesto number 2 maybe.
Number 2, public schools. It pains me whenever I drive towards Athi River in the morning, giving children lifts to schools in Mavoko County. These are small boys and girls who we are putting their lives at risk, getting lifts from strangers. Is it that we cannot have schools enough here to accommodate them? So the agenda is this: at least one new public school for each of the 5 wards.
All right.
That one is achievable.
It is.
Yes, even with the 100 million that we are seeing.
Yes.
Reason being, I'm a contractor. I know the costs and I know the structures that are needed for schools.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So you're saying for the 5 wards, at least we'll have a school.
Yes.
And this is a long term or a short term?
That is within the 5 years.
The first 5 years.
First 5 years term.
Okay.
Yes.
And this, we're talking about just primary, secondary level, both.
We can do both.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, that is a good one. So Kitengela residents, we are here now expecting to have schools.
Yes.
Because it's true. Coming from where I come from, every evening, especially evening and morning, you see kids by the road, whatever age, from the youngest to they're all like and even for their security, it is not right. Even just crossing the road for kids, it's become a menace, and that will really surely help.
And actually, some of them walk
Yeah.
from Kitengela to Athi River.
Wow.
Class 3, class 4.
Yeah. Wow.
at
is sad.
5:30 a.m.
Yeah, very early in the morning. By there, apart from traffic ya magari, the other traffic that you come across here in Kitengela ni ya watoto crossing the road and just asking for lift, and it is sad. But once we have that, I'm sure something will be working towards the better of these kids.
Yes.
So
I know the question that most people normally ask, where will the land come from?
That is just where I wanted to ask you, because it's 5 wards and we're talking about 5 schools. Nah. Okay, so far we've had issues with land grabbing, especially hapa Kitengela. So Ebu, tell us where this land is coming from.
The land is available.
Okay.
You see, the way we have a good example we have is Sifa Farm.
Yes, Sifa Farm.
They donated land and built a full furnished police post.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The same with Muigai here.
Yes.
They have donated land.
Yes.
They are right now doing the architectural design.
Okay. For
the police post. Yes. In Muigai.
Yeah.
And the residents are actually willing to contribute.
Yes.
And construct that police post.
Wow.
So the land is available.
Okay.
If we are willing to use it for the right purpose.
Okay.
Yes.
So basically, people have decided it's enough. This waiting for resources from the government, this waiting for msaada from where, they are done with that. Now it is them donating and ready to do something with it. Wow, that is good. At least that tells us that politically right now, people are headed to a place where they want to be comfortable. Hii kudanganywa, watu wamedanganywa for long, wamechoka.
Yes, guys are tired.
Yeah. Which is good, because it propels us to the right direction.
Yes.
So we know where to take the kura, and that is awesome. So you're telling us about the public schools. Yes. And you've said that is you will work with that for 5 years. For at least years. By the time you're done with your 5 years, we should say 5 years, 5 schools somewhere.
Yes.
In Kajiado.
In Kajiado East.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Yes. Your other plan for Kitengela?
The other plan, as I say that, I'm not a career politician. Yes. So I'm not here to be in office until I retire.
Okay.
Yes. I'm here to do these specific things.
All right.
Once I'm through with them, I'll hand it over to the next person to carry on. Okay. So the third issue is about public health. Yes. These first 3 are the pillars of the economy.
Yes.
Public health. The Saitoti Hospital. Yes. It's a long story.
You just started the right place. Okay.
It's a sub-county hospital. Yes. But it's not well equipped. So you find an elderly person walking all the way from whichever ward it is, yes, to the sub-county hospital, to be given painkillers. Yeah, true. The other time there was a drive for COVID vaccine. Yeah. I went there and there was a long queue. The place was packed. Yes. The elderly were, at the same place. Yeah. Some of them actually went back without getting the vaccine.
Wow, after all that wait.
Yes, and walking that distance.
Yeah.
Can something be done? Why can't we have at least a small mobile health facility in each ward again? Okay. So that if there's a service that can be done in that decentralized facility, yes, let it be. Okay.
Before we go to the maybe mobile health facilities,
yes,
back to Saitoti, the hospital, yes, where right now if I go there, and maybe I went there 2 years ago, if I go there and the only thing they ask me is uko na card? Yes. Number ama jina, then it will take almost an hour for them to get that card. Ndio nitibiwe. So yes, say this is an emergency, I'm sick, I've been there to that hospital before. I mean, can't it just be equipped like ata kama ni computers, just something that we have digital,
Make it digital.
Yes. Is it something that maybe you can work with before the other mobile clinics, because it is what we have at the moment. Is there anything maybe you think you can do once you're there? Is there anything you can do?
Getting a hospital computer system.
Yes.
They are there. They are available.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's just getting a way of training these people to use this facility for efficiency.
So you're saying they are machines, but it is just that there are no people who know how to operate them. Like come on the computer, just entering data like that.
The data entry, one, the system needs to be procured.
Okay.
Because as it is now, those guys were analog.
Yeah.
Yes. So procure the system, do the networking, and have it well have a training that covers the users.
Yes.
That will reduce the amount of time
Yes.
you use, for example, to get your card number and all that,
Yeah.
all the details.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's something that I think should have been done like over 10 years ago.
It is sad because while you were posing questions for people to ask here in Kitengela, the questions were coming ni kwa saitoti. Hi, kwa saitoti, you can queue there for how long kwa saitoti? You can actually just die there waiting. Kwa sababu, maybe your card number they forgot, or someone who is looking, akona another 10 patients anatafutia pia. So then, okay, me personally I thought it is something that needs like the now attention.
Yes.
The kind of attention, like it's urgent. It's something that has to be done now before we even start building other, facilities, so that we improve that fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
That can actually be done concurrent. If it were possible for the county to do it now, then they should do it now.
Yeah. True.
They should do it now. But whatever resources it will take to set that system up and running are not so much as to stop the other facilities from being built.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying you preferred working on the the other clinics?
Yes.
You said how many?
5 mobile ones.
Same 5
Again,
wards.
one for each ward.
Yes.
Yes.
And
then you can actually have them linked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if someone is referred this way, the information that was entered on that other side can be found on this side with so much ease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that will work. And this one you're putting it at like how long? Still the same 5 years, or shorter or longer?
No, this one is just 5 years.
Okay, the same 5 years.
It's actually an easy one. There was something that was done earlier, but it wasn't properly managed, so it died out.
Yeah, because I wanted to ask the previous regime walikuja na the clinics.
Yes.
And I've gone to Kajiado, especially Kajiado, Maroro, those sides of Maroro Road, your Mashuru. Yeah, you find there's a new structure. It's written kabisa kabisa, something dispensary. Iko under padlock. Hata ukichungulia ndani like this, it's just maybe cuckoos or kulikuwa na vitanda zilioza hapo.
Dusty with cobwebs.
Yeah, and you can see it was opened by. So it was something that people were aware it was coming to work for that particular place for those people there. But at the end of the day, iko tu hapo as a structure now. It is dead. No doctors, no nothing. So at the same place, unapata I have to toka Mashuru to Kajiado District Hospital.
Yes.
But there was something that was put up.
Yes.
What happens? What is this? Is it that we just have a lot of resources to waste, or is it that we don't know where to focus our energy to? What is happening?
I think it's purely a lack of leadership. You see, when you're starting something, you have to be able to see the end from the beginning before you launch it. But most of the time, these people use it as a campaign tool. So they set it up, and once it's up, there's no way of making sure it's continuing. The continuity aspect is not even considered. So once this person who opened the facility leaves office, everything dies with them. And that's why I'm looking at, when I started with the water, having these people, the community own this facility. Let it be their own facility where they can run with it long after I'm gone.
You're gone.
Institutionalize this thing.
Yeah, and that will work. I think that would be better, because once there's change of regime, kila kitu we are done. We forget whatever that we were promised. We start another campaign.
And it's unfortunate because it affects when the leader goes, they don't hand over. So the other person comes in and starts with something totally different without necessarily finishing what was started. So it becomes like a white elephant.
Okay. True. So you told us about water, you told us about the public schools and the public health facilities, the mobile clinics. What else?
Now the other two are for the youth.
Okay.
The youth and the disabled. I'm a strong believer that the youth don't necessarily have to dig trenches. They don't necessarily have to do manual jobs. There's something more that they have to offer. Given their level of education. Right now you see graduates are out there. The first question that I would ask, why is it that we do not think about creating manufacturing plants? A good example, Kajiado is a pastoralist county.
It is.
What do we do with the hides and skins?
No idea. And I'm from Kajiado. I think we send it to Nairobi. We've not had like a production place here in Kajiado. I know we sell, because now personally I know if it's we slaughter today, I sell it at around 5. I think it should be around 5 bob a kg. But I don't know where it ends up. But I know tomorrow I'll buy a handbag or something that is made out of leather from another county,
not here.
No.
Now, those are the things that we need to focus on. Picture this: if you were to have our own tannery here that is functional, where we process the hides and the skins through to complete leather products. You know, that would provide jobs for both the white collar and the blue collar jobs.
True.
What kind of employment will that create? We have land here. We can negotiate with, say, a Japanese company to come and set up a plant here for manufacturing brakes or car parts, and employ our very own youth.
True.
Yes. So this idea of telling youth lazima mchimbe mitaro, you know, it's archaic. It's archaic. Not everyone atachimba mitaro.
True.
There's also the aspect of farming that we need to encourage the youth. But now the problem is the youth have been neglected so much so, unajua mtu akiwa na njaa, they go for what is nearest. And that is why the influx in boda boda. Boda boda is a good income earner. Very good income earner. But now most people are running there, but it's for short-term gain.
True.
So how can we then empower our youth? We need to get a way of mentoring them, training them, and giving them facilities that they can run. Like, for example, we need a youth center. You see, if you look at the UK currently, in the UK, the main entertainment is big. If you look at football, for example, I'm a fan of football. Football, those guys are paid a lot just for the game. Do we even have a public field in Kajiado East?
I think you're talking about the soccer one.
That one.
I think it's the same one that is running the market right now.
Yes.
So basically, that we are saying the youth are not
they're not there anymore.
Yes.
Why can't we create a youth center that has all these games, board games, you know, the chess and the likes, table tennis. We have lawn tennis, we have football, we have hockey. Create something that will, And you see, a good example would be the Kina Wanyama, who went out there from a very humble beginning, and they're making good money.
I think we also tend to forget the generation we are raising right now is not ours. You know, the kind of games we used to play, you know what these kids are playing right now. These kids are smart, they are computer smart, they are, you know, the games they are playing, they need a place where I don't have to be home. And if I'm not home, then I'm not stealing from someone in the market, or I'm not mugging people by the roadside. There's a place I can channel my energy. And that's what we lack here. Because either being a pastoralist community, unapata most of the people either unachunga ngombe then, ama you are a watchman somewhere. You know, because there are there's nothing you are doing as a youth. And that's where Kitengela is losing the youth. And not just Kitengela, I'm talking about Kajiado. Because hatuna where they can go and channel their energy. And that raises insecurity.
Now, that is the big thing. And you know, the youth are 70% of the population. So if they're not taken care of, I don't know how the future will be. We're actually setting ourselves up for serious issues in the near future. A place like Kajiado East, do you have a public library?
No, but so far I've heard it is supposed to be there. I've heard they have plans. Either they have plans, or they have it, but they don't have the books. Something like that.
Now, the books are the easiest part. Because if we have this youth center being run by the youth, you can have books donated. We have connections. We have people who can even donate books. So part of the thing for the youth, create that youth center with all the facilities required, including a library, and set it up in such a way that for someone who has finished 4th form, as they wait to go to uni, they can either come there for games, or they even come and train the other kids who are in primary.
Yeah, that's a good one actually. Yeah.
It can easily work.
It can. That is true. That is a good one, by the way. I think we need that.
Yes.
So at least you're promising the youth something about a sports facility.
Yes.
Tell me what you're planning to do, especially on the disability drive. You know, what is your plan? Yeah, because we
Okay.
have disables, and
Yes.
you know, yeah.
Yes. So far, I normally don't like calling them disabled.
Yes.
I call them differently enabled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the bars, because the fact that they have limited movement
Mm-hmm.
does not mean their intellect
Yeah.
is low.
Yes. Of course not.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the best we can do
Yes.
is to facilitate
Mm-hmm.
one, their movement,
Yes.
two, create opportunities for them,
Mm-hmm.
as many as we can make.
Yes.
And by facilitating movement, you see, most buildings like businesses, they need to have the ramps provided
Yeah. True.
for wheelchairs.
Mm.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
public transport system does not consider
Mm.
the disabled.
Yeah. I actually just saw that kwa the train when I was doing the commuter train shoot. I realized there's like a place where for disabled.
Yes.
There's like a nili they put there, but I didn't know how they are supposed to get there. Cause me I panded it from here Kitengela Deliverance Road.
Mhm.
Mimi ilikuwa ni process. It was ni kupanda literally. I didn't know. I just asked the person that I was with. Sasa kama ningekuja na wheelchair and I'm supposed to go to Nairobi and I knew this is going to be cheaper and faster for me. What happens to me? I think we notice, we put the stickers, but we don't do something about it.
There's no facilitation of the
Yes.
same.
Yeah, you
Yes.
just do a sticker for disabled.
Yes.
Parking, we do the same, but
Actually,
then
most of them
what?
just do that to sound correct.
Yeah.
To sound correct.
Mm.
If you look at the train, there should be someone at least helping.
Yeah.
Helping them. Look at the matatu.
Mm.
They don't even care. In
Yeah.
fact, at times they look at the disabled as if they are
They ignore them.
ni mzigo.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the things that we need to work
Sad.
on.
Yeah. Wow.
For these 5 years,
Yes.
I will work on these 5.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, and we will go together. I'm looking forward to the time when, as Kajiado East, you'll be
Yes.
able to trade with the rest of the constituencies,
Yeah.
produce-wise.
Yes.
That will bring income to the county,
Yes.
both to the county and to the constituency.
Of course, yes.
Yes, and also the county being able to trade
Yeah.
with the other
The
counties.
other counties, yes.
We have the opportunities, we have the manpower, we have the brains to run it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Bwana Douglas, we here at Be Loud and Be Heard are wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
You've told us so much about you. Now we are able to interact with you, knowing where you're from and what your plans are for Kajiado East. And we have nothing but to wish you the best.
Thank you.
But before we go, maybe there's something you want to tell these people in Kitengela and Kajiado at large. Talk to your people.
Asher, Len, and Asoba, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I've given the 5 manifesto points of what I am working on. And it cuts across the board. Whether it's a Maasai or a non-Maasai, education is a must. A Maasai or a non-Maasai, they need good health facility. A Maasai or a non-Maasai needs easy access to public services. So with that in mind, we are in this together. I'm doing this not just for this generation, but for the next future generations. So please join me as we make it better for our children and our children's children. As I always say, the good book says, a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children and his children's children. Let's join together and make this county the envy of many, and make Kajiado East the place to be. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Wow, well, thank you so much, viewers, for this wonderful time. Me, Hapa, I know what to do next. Well, but today I want to pose this question. With what you have and what you have had today, you know who to vote for. Just be wise enough. And here at Nkaulele TV, be loud and be heard. In case you post a question that we did not answer, and in case you have something you need to know about Douglas or just the county at large, there's the comment section down there. Do not forget to leave your comment and maybe phone number, and we shall get back to you and make sure it gets to the right hands. And also, we want to thank you for this beautiful section. It is going to be amazing. For those people that are leaders in certain areas, Sholinke Ward, we are waiting for you. And any other member of parliament or any other leader or political person who is willing to get a platform. This is Be Loud and Be Heard at Nkaulele TV. We are always here for you. But my people, before we leave, kumbuka, siasa mbaya, maisha mbaya. Thank you.